Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely pumped you're here because today we're unpacking one of the most unbelievable sporting stories of our entire generation. We're breaking down the incredible 2022 World Cup rebirth of Lionel Messi. Whether you're a massive football fan or honestly just fascinated by how peak performers adapt as they get older, this is for you. We're going to dissect the anatomy of this legendary triumph using data, tactics, and some crazy historical records. So let's just dive right in. Right off the bat, here's the absolute mystery we're trying to solve. How on earth did a 35-year-old player, a guy who famously spends almost the entire game literally just walking around, somehow orchestrate the greatest World Cup victory in modern history? I mean, it's a total paradox, right? It completely defies standard football logic. Section 1. The 2014 Heartbreak. Okay, to really appreciate the peak, we have to go back to the valley. For years, Messi's international career was defined by this crushing weight of expectation and honestly, profound heartbreak. Flash back with me to the 2014 World Cup final in Brazil. It's tied 0-0. Then the 11th minute hits. Mario Götze scores, stealing a 1-0 extra time win for Germany. Argentina was agonizingly close, but they walked away with nothing. That specific moment, it completely set the stage for years of intense public doubt about whether Messi could ever actually win on the biggest stage. And the fallout was intense. Even though Messi won the Golden Ball for Best Player of that 2014 tournament, the backlash was incredibly sharp, even from his own country. Argentine icon Diego Maradona came out and basically called the award a marketing gimmick, saying it was totally unfair. Even Sepp Blatter, the FIFA president at the time, admitted he was surprised. Messi himself actually said the individual prize meant absolutely nothing, because they didn't get the actual trophy. So yeah, the pressure, it was off the charts. Section 2. The Tactical Master Plan. So the big question is, how do you bounce back from that, age another 8 years, and somehow climb back to the absolute top? Well, manager Lionel Scaloni had to figure out how to build a whole team around an aging superstar for 2022. And the brilliant solution was to completely redefine Messi's role. He was deployed as what we call a creative 10. Basically, they gave him total positional freedom to roam right behind a true number 9 striker, which was Julian Alvarez. The idea was to give him the keys to unlock defenses without completely draining him with strict defensive tracking. Now, to understand why this worked so perfectly, we gotta look at exactly where he operated. Messi absolutely thrived in the right half spaces. From there, he uses his insane two-footedness to cut inside toward the goal. And because he's, well, Messi, he acts like a magnet. He naturally draws 2, maybe 3 defenders toward him every time he moves. What does that do? It opens up these massive pockets of space for dynamic runners like Alexis McAllister to just burst into. But to make this whole thing tick, Scaloni needed absolute warriors in the midfield. Guys like Rodrigo de Paul were placed right there on the right side specifically to do the dirty work, covering all the ground Messi left behind. Section 3. Conserving Energy for Magic. If you want to crack the code of how he physically survived this tournament, the numbers are just staggering. Offensively, he was an absolute machine. 4.5 shots, 3 key passes, and drawing over 3 fouls every 90 minutes. I mean, he was directly involved in nearly 70% of Argentina's goals. But flip over to the defensive side. 0 interceptions, 0 blocks, 0 clearances, literally half a tackle per game. He was entirely exempt from their pressing system. And listen, this wasn't laziness, not at all. It was a highly calculated move by Scaloni to make sure his star player had a full tank of gas for the attack. So what is he actually doing when he's not defending? When it looks like he's just strolling around, totally disengaged? He's actually doing something brilliant. He's acting as a human radar. He's constantly scanning the pitch, mentally mapping out exactly where the defense is, and finding these tiny, hidden pockets of space. By saving his physical energy, he buys himself the power to make those lightning-fast, game-winning decisions the absolute split second the ball touches his feet. Section 4. The Ultimate Final. All of that tactical prep and energy conservation, it all came to a head in Qatar, in what pretty much everyone agrees is the greatest World Cup final ever played. Argentina against France. And it started as a total tactical masterclass by Argentina. They set up in this narrow 4-3-3 mid-block, which completely choked out France's central midfield. France was basically locked in their own half. Starting in a 4-2-3-1, the French team literally could not get through the center. Seriously, they didn't even record a single shot for the first 70 minutes. But then, France shifted into a wildly aggressive 4-2-4, they pushed Kylian Mbappe out wide, and the entire game just exploded. The tactical chess match turned into absolute chaos. 23 minutes in, Messi calmly sinks a penalty. 36 minutes, Di Maria finishes off this breathtaking team counterattack. Argentina is cruising, right? But wait. 80th minute, Mbappe scores a penalty. Literally 97 seconds later, bam, Mbappe hits this ridiculous volley to tie it up 2-2. The momentum violently swings. We go to extra time. 108th minute, Messi forces in a rebound. Incredible, but France just won't quit. 118th minute, Mbappe scores another penalty, getting his hat trick. 3-3. We're going to a shootout. And then, the climax. Argentina actually pulls it off, winning 4-2 on penalties. Goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez becomes an absolute legend, making the crucial save on Kingsley Coman's shot. When that final penalty hit the back of the net, a grueling 36-year wait for Argentina was instantly over. And Messi, he finally lifted the one single trophy that had slipped through his fingers his entire life. Section 5. A legacy in numbers. So, what does this actually mean for the history books? Well, 2022 wasn't just a fairy tale ending. It was a total demolition of the FIFA record book. Let's run through these real quick. First up, 26. Just by stepping onto the pitch in that final, Messi hit 26 total World Cup appearances. That officially broke the all-time record held by the great Lothar Matthäus. Next number, 2,314. That's the all-time record for total minutes played in World Cup history. With that final game, he blew past Paolo Maldini's incredible benchmark of 2,217 minutes. To play at that level for that long, the longevity is just as crazy as the magic itself. Then we have 21. His total goal contributions. That's 13 goals and 8 assists over his World Cup career. It's the highest recorded combined total for any player ever in the history of the tournament. And honestly, the milestones just do not stop. In 2022, he became the very first male player to score in the group stage, the round of 16, the quarterfinal, the semifinal, and the final of a single tournament. He's got the record for most matches played as captain, with 19. He is literally the only player to ever get an assist in 5 different World Cups. He racked up a record 11 Player of the Match awards, and completely redeeming that 2014 Heartbreak, he became the only player in history to win the Golden Ball twice. I want to leave you with a truly tantalizing thought here. We already know the 2026 World Cup is coming to the US, Canada, and Mexico. Messi will be 39 years old, and he's lined up to compete in an unprecedented 6th World Cup. Right now, he's sitting at 13 World Cup goals. The all-time record is 16, held by Miroslav Klose. So here's the big question. Can a 39-year-old Lionel Messi find the back of the net just 3 more times to grab the ultimate individual record? After witnessing what he did in 2022, would you seriously dare to bet against him? Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.